Hello, everybody, and welcome to another Friday Hangout with Jesse. Today, I'm going to be talking about a topic that really hits home to me, and it kind of irked me in a way. And, hey, Jeannie, welcome in. The difference between a service animal, an emotional support animal, and a therapy animal. Now, why is this such a subject that just upsets me, irks me, whatever you want to call it? I saw, okay, let me rephrase. I was watching a live stream the other day. I will not mention whose stream I was watching, but I was watching a live stream, and the people right in front of them had a service dog. It was a beautiful golden retriever. And somebody in this live stream chat said, and I quote, "Oh, that's so beautiful. My son has yada yada yada, and he's got a bearded dragon as a service animal." No, sorry, no. A bearded dragon cannot be a service animal. It can be a therapy animal. It could be a support animal, yes, but a bearded dragon cannot be a service animal. And I'm going to explain why. Service animals are animals that can perform tasks, such as picking up an object for someone that cannot. Let me bring up this graphic. Hang on. Boom. Okay. What qualifies as a service dog? Service animal? Because a service animal could be a dog. Believe it or not, it could even be a miniature horse. I have seen miniature horses. But what qualifies a service animal? A handler must have a disability. It could be PTSD, it could be anxiety, it could be a wide variety. Somebody in a wheelchair that cannot fend for themselves. Could a bearded dragon do these things? No. Could you tell a bearded dragon to go on command, go pick up that water bottle, fetch me the water bottle, or pick up a set of keys? That bearded dragon is going to look at you going, excuse me? No. It must be trained to do work or tasks to mitigate the disability. So it must be able to perform tasks that the person needs in order to do certain things. Now, could you tell a bearded dragon to go and open a door for you? Like hit the button for the handicapped door? No. They have to provide specific services to their handler, such as guiding an individual with impaired vision. Hey, RJ. Alerting to various medical conditions, such as preventing a seizure from happening, preventing a fall, preventing the person to step out into traffic. Could a bearded dragon do that? No. What kind of training is involved in a service animal? A lot. People think that when you're training a service animal, or any animal for that matter, you train them for a short amount of time, and then boom, you don't have to ever do it again. No. In the case of a service animal, and I'll give an example. Let me turn this off. I'll give an example. My dog. My dog is a service dog. He handles everything that he is supposed to handle without question. He knows your basics for a dog when training it. Heel, sit, stay, come, lay down. Those are your basics. When it comes to a service dog, they have to be trained in multiple ways. Can you train a service animal yourself? Yes. You can. But keep in mind, when training a service animal, it is constant, non-stop training. It's not just a one and done. It's with service animals, you have to constantly train. So let's go back to our graphic here. Extensive training can last anywhere from 18 to 24 months to complete. This is true. They have to have the obedience training, socialization, and public access training, and task training. Excuse me. Handlers may accompany their service dog anywhere. They can be accompanied by their service dog anywhere that a general public is allowed to go. So that means restaurants, grocery stores, buses, trains, airplanes. The only place that they cannot go is like in the operating room, because you have to have a sterile environment. And the general public cannot go into the kitchen of a restaurant. Hey, no problem, RJ. Now, an example of a service dog is like you're seeing eye dogs, like your golden retrievers, black labs. You have a seizure response. It can alert the handler before a seizure starts and can prevent it, not always. But if it's a seizure, if they're in a seizure, they can help comfort that person until the seizure has stopped. Diabetic alert. I have seen this firsthand. A friend of mine had a very low blood sugar, and the dog alerted to it and alerted their son that something was wrong, and the son was able to help with that. Service dogs can also help with PTSD symptoms. Hello, Ian. Welcome in. Mobility assistance. A great dog for mobility assistance would be a black lab, golden retriever, standard poodle, Great Dane, Rottweiler. Yes, I said Rottweiler. You know, your larger breed of animal, your larger breed of dog. And there's a lot more services out there that a service dog can provide. It would take me an hour to 2 hours to explain all that, and I'm not going to do it. Now, an emotional support animal. You have to have a doctor's or therapist's note prescribing the to use that, prescribing the owner the use of one. Now, this is where believe it or not, where a bearded dragon could come into play, because it can be any animal. It can include dog, cat, rabbit, ferret, bird, reptile, guinea pig, a hamster. It's there for emotional support. Okay? It's not there to perform specific tasks. It's there to provide comfort to someone with an impairment or disability. They're not there to perform tasks. They're, okay. They do not have the same rights as a service dog or animal. Emotional support is only covered under the Fair Housing Act, which means if you're in an establishment like an apartment complex that is basically a no dog, no animal, no whatever, they cannot deny you. They have to let you in. Same with a service dog. Saw a Giants game last year where a person had their emotional support rabbit. See, there you go. Like, support rabbit. Okay, that's kind of funny. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but what are you gonna? Okay. Now, therapy dog. This one's a kicker, because a therapy dog must be certified. A service dog does not. And I forgot to bring something with me. That's okay. A service animal, a service dog, you don't have to have any kind of requirement. None. You don't have to have it. You don't have to have a certificate. The dog does not have to have a harness on to qualify it. There's nothing, and it is actually against the law to ask for that. And I'll explain that in a little bit. A therapy dog also provides comfort and assistance to people in like nursing homes, hospitals, treatment centers, schools. As a matter of fact, there is a college here in town that a couple of the classes have dogs in their classrooms during testing. It helps keep people calm so they can get through it. Like here it says, they have to have a formal obedience training and socialization work in order to pass the test through an organization. And I know what that means by passing a test. In order to be a therapy dog or even an emotional support animal, sometimes even service dogs are required to do this. They have to go through what is called a public access training or pass a public access test. What that entails is you and somebody going into like a mall setting. The animal must ignore everything and do what is asked of it to do. So it's basically They have to ignore other people and their surroundings. A service dog, you can set a plate of food in front of them and they won't care. They will not care. Emotional support animals and therapy dogs, they see food and they're just like, hello, yes, please. No. No therapy dogs are allowed into places where they have, excuse me, therapy dogs are only allowed into places where they have been invited there for work, such as, again, nursing homes, hospitals, treatment centers, schools. If they've not been invited, you probably are going to get asked to leave. I, for one, had a problem with an establishment here that told me my service dog had to be in a cart on a blanket. In a cart on a blanket. Service dogs are 4 on the floor. 4 on the floor. Service animals are defined in 2 different ways under the American Disabilities Act. Service animals are trained to perform specific tasks, such as guiding, retrieving, and alerting, and work for one particular individual for basically their entire life. They're emotional support and comfort animals. They may be socialized and obedience trained, but they are not trained to perform specific tasks. Blah, cannot talk today. They're not trained to perform any specific disability related tasks. They provide a benefit for the mere presence of companionship, and they're paired with one particular person. Therapy dogs, like I said, are trained to go into nursing homes, hospitals, and schools to provide therapeutic benefits such as comfort or socialization to the general population there. They're working animals, yes, but they do not meet ADA definition of service animal because they cater to everybody, not just one individual. So, let's go over some of the questions that are asked about these service. Let's stick with service animal, okay, since that's the main topic with what I seen with the question that was asked or stated. Let me rephrase the statement that was made in the Mike Wheeler, in the conversation that was seen in the live stream. So, no, it would not be, no, a bearded, yeah, you're funny. A bearded dragon would not be great for mobility. I mean, a bearded dragon is what? That big? Maybe that big? It would be more of a tripping hazard than it would be a mobility tool. You're funny, Mike. No. Okay. One of the questions that gets asked a lot is, what does performing a task mean in regards to a service animal or the emotional support and whatnot, and a therapy dog? Now, bearded dragon cannot do any of this, so we just won't even go there. Dog must be trained to take a specific action when needed to assist a person with a disability. You know what? I'm going to share this screen, so hang on a minute. Let's share this. So you guys can follow along. Ugh, that doesn't look very clear, does it? So what does it look like over here? Hang on. Kind of clear. Sorry, guys. All right. What does performing a task mean? Okay. A specific task when needed to assist the person with a disability. For example, a person with diabetes may have a dog that is trained to alert him or her when the blood sugar reaches a high or a low. Like I said with a friend of mine. A person with depression may have a dog that is trained to remind her or him to take their medication. A person who has epilepsy may have a dog that is trained to detect the onset of a seizure and then help the person remain safe until the seizure stops. It could mean laying on top of them, laying beside them, applying what we call deep pressure therapy, like, like a cat kneading their paws. It could be putting their entire body on top of you to help calm things down. That's what that is. That's what that's basically meaning. Emotional support, excuse me, emotional support, therapy, comfort, or companion animals considered service animals under the ADA? No. So a bearded dragon, in this case, would be a emotional support or a therapy animal. It would not be a service animal. The terms are used to describe animals that provide comfort just by being with the person, because they've not been trained to perform the job or task. So they do not qualify as a service animal under the ADA. Let's see. Does the American Disabilities Act require service animals to be professionally trained? Nope. People with disabilities have the right to train the dog themselves and are not required to use a professional service dog training program. Thank God, because in all honesty, to have a service dog professionally trained, you're looking at $35,000 up. $35,000 and up, depending on what the dog is being trained for. Expensive. You can go and get I would not get a rescue dog and train them, because they have underlying problems of their own. I would start off No problem, Mike. And I knew it was a joke because you know why I'm doing this. I just had a brain malfunction. I do apologize. My brain farts every now and then. Oh, yeah, that's what I was talking about. Duh. Service animals. Professionally trained service animal. To have one professionally trained, it's like 35,000 on up. You can train them yourself, yes. I would suggest getting an animal from a puppy, like only a few months old, and start working on it. But remember that it's not just a wham bam, thank you, ma'am, have a good day, you type training. You can't get it trained in one day. It takes vigorous amount of training. It could take a year. It could take 2 years. Just to get the generalization of what you need. My dog is about 8.5 years old now, and I train him every day. We work together 3 times a day for 15 minutes each time. So in the morning, we work for 15 minutes. In the afternoon, we work for 15 minutes. And usually right before we go to bed, we work for another 15 minutes. And it's a lot of repetition. He picks up on things really quick. So, like, for example, when I got my service dog, I had to train him to my needs and the things that I needed. So, what he is trained to do is when I have an issue, he does deep pressure therapy. And we call it, his command for that is cover. And what he'll do is he comes up and he usually rests right about, it's either up on my shoulder or right under my chin. Just depends on his mood. Hey, what are you doing? Quit barking in your sleep. Sorry, he's over here fast asleep. He has no care in the world this afternoon because why? Neither do I. It took me about a couple months to get him to understand what I was wanting. If I start to cry, he will hop up into my lap, walk up on my chest, and he'll start licking my face. It's usually on my cheek to wipe away the tears. Going like, hey, I got you. Let's see what else. There's a couple of other things that I've trained him to do myself that took about a month to a month and a half to do. It wasn't that hard at all. Some take longer, some don't. Good question. Okay. Are service animals in training considered service animals? No. The dog must already be trained before it can be taken into public places. Some states and local laws cover animals that are still in training. It's a matter of looking up the information. Again, bearded dragons do not fall under any of these topics right now because they are not a service animal. Do service animals have to wear a vest or patch or special harness identifying them as such? No, they do not. As a matter of fact, it is against the law for a business establishment to require a dog to be harnessed. It is a service dog. Yes, there are vests out there, and believe me, there are several. Let me back up. There are thousands upon thousands of web pages out there that say, well, they'll say, you could go into Google and type in service dog. Let's just do service dog certification just for kicks and giggles. Okay? Look at this. There's one. There's one. There's another. There's another. There's another. There's another. There's another. Another. Look at this. I'm looking at page 10 right now on Google. Okay? We're going up to page 14. Whole list. And it just goes on and on and on. These are all fake. These are all fake sites. Okay? If you want your animal registered, such as your therapy dog, your emotional support dog, go down to what's the place that I'm thinking of? I think it's the county auditor. Yeah, county auditor, believe it or not. They can register your animal. Some states do require it, some don't. Oh, where was I going? Yeah, service dog breeds. That's what I was looking for. Yeah, we'll worry about that later. You can go to Amazon. Believe it or not, you can go to Amazon. You can go to wish.com. You can go to Etsy. You can go to Pinterest. There's a couple of others that have service dog vests. Just to save yourself the time and the hassle, just go buy one. It's not recommended, but it's not a requirement, but yeah. How small a vest would be for a bearded dragon? Like that big. Like microscopic. You couldn't put anything on there for that. You just can't put it. You couldn't put anything on that for that. It's ridiculous. This is the main reason why people call their dogs service dogs. And this one really bugs me. Or any pet for that matter. It's because they don't want to pay the pet fee at a hotel. Some pet fees are like $5. Some are $10. Some are $25. Some are $50. Just depends. But they don't want They want to have their pet with their pet. Okay, their pet. They want to have their pet with them. But they don't want to pay the fee. It's ridiculous. So they'll be like, oh yeah, it's a service dog. Da, 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 da. No, it's not. Service dogs do not bark. They do not lunge at other people. They generally don't give a dang except for their handler. That's all they care about is their handler. They don't care about all this other crap. I've seen so many fake animals, it's unbelievable. It's ridiculous. I'm not going to show that anymore because it's starting to irk me right at the moment. So, can a bearded dragon be a service animal? No. It could be a therapy animal or a support animal. Yes, it can. Can it be a service dog? No. Thing about that is you have to keep in mind that just because you see someone with a dog that is a service animal, not all disabilities are visible. Like me, for example, nobody would know that I have a disability. No one would know. Do I have a disability? Yes. I have 3, as a matter of fact. I have been diagnosed with PTSD, severe anxiety, and another one that I just don't like to talk about. So my dog is trained for PTSD. Actually, my dog is trained in a lot of areas. He is trained in PTSD, social disorders, diabetes, PTSD, and anxiety. And I may have just repeated myself. He is trained in very many different ways. Now, with a bearded dragon, since that's what caused me to take this route with my show today, a bearded dragon could not go and open a door. A bearded dragon you cannot tell a bearded dragon to go and pick up a set of keys that you dropped. A bearded dragon cannot keep you from walking into a busy street. Could a bearded dragon help somebody that's blind? No. I'd love to see that one. Yeah, how could a bearded dragon guide someone through like a Disney park? No. A bearded dragon's gonna you try to put a bearded dragon in a service dog position and you're gonna get looked at with the weirdest of looks and probably a hefty fine and or jail time for trying to pass off a bearded dragon as a service animal. And yes, it is against the law to pass off your animal as a service animal when it is not. The fine can be anywhere from $1,000 all the way up to, believe it or not, I have actually heard somebody get fined. It was actually a business that got fined $750,000. And the establishment got hit with $750,000 because they denied somebody who was clearly in a wheelchair. They denied them access because of their service dog. Illegal. Needless to say, that establishment no longer exists. They got into some deep, deep trouble. So, a bearded dragon. Could you tell a bearded dragon to go and grab your phone in the event of an emergency? Bearded dragon is going to sit there and look at you going, what? If something was to happen to me, my dog knows how to get my phone. He also knows how to push the panic button on my alarm system, which automatically calls the cops. And, if we're out in the public, if something should happen to me and my friend or even my father, for that matter, are not with me or by my side, he knows how to go and get me help. Would a bearded dragon know how to do that? Nope. Hey, Francisco, welcome in. No, a bearded dragon would not be able to do that. So, I want people to understand that a bearded dragon can be a therapy animal. It could be a support animal. A support animal meaning it's there for emotional support. You can hold a bearded dragon. You can pet a bearded dragon. Would you want to? Probably not. I get it. Okay. A service animal is something that actually is, in layman's terms, a service animal is something that performs a service and not just sit there like a bump on a log, which is all that a bearded dragon knows how to do, is basically sit there and do nothing. It sits there under a lamp all day and eats crickets. Blech. It doesn't do a thing. No. Service animal does something. And if there's anybody here right now that would want to come in and join me here on the stream and talk about their experience with a service animal or a therapy animal, let me know. I'll send you the link and you can come in and join. I have no problem with that at all. I have no problem inviting someone in on the stream with me if they would like to. Just let me know and I'll send you the information. Usually, when it came to the difference between the three, before I got the dog, before I got mine, I was actually looking into service animals and the difference between a service animal, therapy animal, and support animal. I was looking into the difference. I wanted to make sure I was getting the right one. And for me, I am not the one that picked him. He's the one that picked me. Here, let me see if I can get him to come up here. Hang on. Come here. Come. Come here. There we go. Come here. Come here. Oh, walk it up. Walk it up. Thank you. There we go. He's a little camera shy. See if I can get him to turn towards the camera. Say hello. He's like, nope. I want to sleep. Good boy. It's Eminem, everybody. You want to turn around? Oh, boy. There we go. There we go. Say hi to everybody. Good boy. Boy. Can you cover? Cover. Hey. He says, Mom, I'm not my best. I don't feel like it. Come here. Come here. There you go. 9 times out of 10, this is how you'll find him. He's like, nope, I'm not working today. Not happening. Says, Mom, I don't need to work today. I know you're in a good mood, so we're good. We're safe. Everything's good. Right? Kiss. No kisses today? No? No? Okay. He's so funny. All right, get down. There you go. All right. And normally I would not do this, but I'm going to see if I can get him to. Nope. He's like, I'm done. You're all right, buddy. Yeah. Okay. There we go. This is his normal spot right here. Right, buddy? Ooh, good boy. All right. Oh, my nose itches. Went down. Went down. Where do you want? Where are you going? That doesn't work, buddy. Hey, Casey, welcome in. Oh, burp. Did I pat you too much? Did I pat your belly too much? All right, bud. Oh, beef stick flavored. Nice. All right. Ugh, that was disgusting. He burped right in my face. All right. So, back to what I was saying before. A bearded dragon, just don't even try to pass that off as a service animal. It doesn't work. Ain't he though? Ain't he a cutie? Oh, you got no. No. Let me see. Hold on. Now let me show you guys something that's cute. Hold on. Gotta find it. My dog can do some really weird things, let me tell you. Like, all right, let's not do that. Let's go over here. This is one of my favorite pictures of my dog. I've showed this to a few people because it's cute and it's adorable and it's just unbelievably cute. Now, where'd it go? Oops, in the wrong folder. My bad. Oh my goodness. Where is it? There we go. People like, how active is your dog? Well, does this picture tell you guys anything of how active my dog is? Wait a minute, still loading. Come on. There we go. Here's a cute picture of my dog. Me tired and bored. Me sleeps. Yep, me tired, me bored, me sleeps. Because that's all he does all day is sleep. He's a pretty laid back pup. Oh, there you go. Since most of you in here are Disney people, I don't know if I showed you this, but I got a set of ears. I got to show this again because it's too cute for words. Didn't quite fit his head right. He turned the wrong way on me. But here's my dog, Eminem, with a set of Mickey ears. Because he decided to steal my Mickey ears this day. He was just being a goofball, and so was I. Still loading. Come on, Slowpoke. There we go. Mickey ear puppy. I love that photo. I just can't get enough of it. It's too cute. I love that picture. So, today we had again, the reason I did this video today, and I know I've been all over the place. That's just how my brain works sometimes. I was watching a live stream. I'm not going to say whose. They were in line to do something. And right in front of them, oh no, no. He was nowhere near happy, Ian. Not even close. He kept giving me very dirty looks that day. Very dirty looks. Anyway, I was watching a live stream, and in front of them was a young lady with a service animal. It was a golden retriever, beautiful golden. It had the proper identification. It had a harness on that said service animal. And I'm sure that the animal was there for mobility. It could have been for other reasons. I don't know. But in the comment section of this video, as this was happening, an individual said, oh, my son has yada, 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 and has a bearded dragon as a service animal. And I flipped. I absolutely flipped. Because a bearded dragon, like I said, cannot be a service animal. It can be a therapy one, or it could be a support animal, but it cannot be a service animal. Cannot. So that's why I did this little short video today. I'm probably going to do it again another day when I'm a little more ready and prepared. Today I don't feel like I'm very prepared, and I apologize. I hate doing videos when I'm not prepared, but I needed to get this off my chest today. I needed to get it off my chest so I can move on and do what I need to do. I'm I'm going to be posting up a video tomorrow. It's scheduled to go out. Giving kind of a little description about myself. I know people have been asking, hey, Jesse, who exactly are you? What makes you tick? I have recorded the video already, and I'm going to be uploading it tonight, and I will be scheduling it for sometime tomorrow. So look for that. If anybody has any ideas of some topics they would like me to discuss on my show on Friday afternoons, feel free to reach out to me on Instagram. Where did my information go? There it is. Now, you can reach me on any of my social media links. I'll post those in the chat. You can reach me anywhere on those social medias. I need to redo that. OMG. I have Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. All the links are also in the body of this video, and also on my about section on my channel here. Feel free to contact me with ideas that you may have, or if you'd like to be a guest on the show, feel free to get in touch with me and we'll work something out and get you as a guest on the show. If you'd like to come on and talk about the topic that you suggest, I'd be more than happy to have anybody on. But yeah, please do not pass your animals off as service animals if they are not. The other thing too about the difference between service animals, therapy animals, and support animals is service animals, you do not want to give them eye contact. You do not want to distract them. You do not want to pet them. You basically just want to ignore the fact that animal is even there. Therapy dogs, it is up to the discretion of the handler whether you can pet the dog or not. Most therapy dogs and their handlers will go, oh, yes, feel free. He or she loves pets. They'll tell you how to pet that particular animal and whatnot. Hey, no problem, Mike. You and I both know that kind of, I know that kind of upset you as well, knowing that, you have a disability. And knowing that there's people out there that don't know the differences between service animals and support animals. All I gotta say is, don't distract a service animal when you know it's working. It could miss a alert to its owner, to its handler. And if you have exactly. It says people that are also part of a visually impaired community that have fought with employers, companies because of people abusing it. Yes, people abuse it all the time. All the time. claiming neither animal is a service animal, and it truly isn't, and just tarnishes the real meaning. Exactly. It does. It does. Mike has a very good point. It upsets people that are part of the visually impaired community as well as like PTSD community that have fought employers, companies, housing authorities because people abuse it. Even people in hotels will abuse it. um, I refuse to even go to Walmart because Walmart is notorious for letting any freaking person with any freaking dog go in there. Matter of fact, my little guy and I were at a Walmart, and this is why I stopped going there, is because we were in a Walmart. We were over in the grocery section, and a lady who had a dog with her that she claimed was a service animal just started barking and barking and lunged at mine. Their dog lunged at my dog. And my dog is laying there, laying in the aisle in front of me. I had him place himself between me and the shelves because I knew this was going to be a problem. And her dog started lunging at mine. And I'm like, wait a minute. And I saw that she had a service dog vest on this animal, and I'm like, ma'am, your fake service dog is causing a problem for my actual service dog. If yours was a service dog, yours would be doing like mine is doing, laying down on the floor, not even paying attention to your dog. He was actually Eminem. Yes, my dog's name is Eminem. He was laying on the floor looking up at me, looking to see what I was going to do. Had no care in the world for the other dog. Was watching me. And this lady's dog is just barking up a storm. And the lady's like, mine's not fake. Yours is fake. And I says, how many hours of training did your dog have? And she goes, what do you mean? I says, exactly my point. My dog has had 8 years of training. 8 years. And we're still going. We're still going. We're still training. Field service dogs are trained on harness to not react to other animals. Exactly. My dog, a squirrel could go by, dog, he never barks. A leaf could go flying past my window, won't bark. Somebody walks past the house, doesn't bark. Only time he actually barks is when you physically knock on the door. All you do is knock on my door, and he'll bark. But he'll bark one time to let me know that someone is there. But her dog is just bark, 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 and kept pulling on the leash, almost choking itself. If it was in a regular collar, the dog would have choked itself to death. Literally choked itself to death. And I'm like, just get that fake dog out of here, please. I've seen it many, many times at Walmart. Many, many times. I've even seen it at Lowe's. I've seen it at Home Depot. Problem is, you can't do much about it at Lowe's because they're an animal friendly establishment. They allow people to bring in their dogs as long as they are well behaved. But I've seen people literally going through Walmart claiming their dogs are fake or that their dogs are service dogs, and they're not. I've even been to baseball games, local baseball team here. I went there. They had a special day where you could bring. It's basically Service Dog Day. Don't ask. It was Service Dog Day and People with Disabilities Day. And they allowed anybody that had a service animal could go and go to the game, no questions asked, for free. It was free. OMG, the amount of fake animals that were there just so somebody could get into a freaking game, pardon my French, just so they could get into a freaking game and bring their freaking pet with them was unreal. As a matter of fact, I left. I saw so many fakes there, it was unbelievable. And I told the manager of our stadium, I said, this is the worst thing you guys could do. It's the worst thing you guys could do. There are so many fake dogs there. It's not even funny. That was over 3.5 years ago, and guess what? They don't do it anymore. They saw how devastating that was to not just me, but other people. They don't do it anymore. But on that day, they allowed people to bring their pets in. I said pet, not service animal, pet. Even though it was Service Animal Day. Okay. They allowed them to come in, no cost, to the patron or the animal. Of course, you can't charge them anyway. But there was no fee for the patron. They got a free meal, like a burger and fries or a hot dog and fries, whatever, at no cost, and a drink. And there were so many fake people just inside the gate alone. There were so many fake dogs right there. I'm just like, yeah, no, see ya. I left. I haven't been back to that establishment since, and I don't plan to. Now, all right, I'm being asked by a ninja watcher if I hold it against that person, the streamer, do I hold it against them for acknowledging the fact that there was a person there claiming their bearded dragon was a service animal? No. At first I did. I'm like, okay, because they acknowledged the fact that the person said it was the bearded dragon was a service animal. That's not on the streamer. Okay? The streamer probably isn't as knowledgeable about it as most. So I can't hold it against them. At first I did, but then I'm like, no, that's not on them. That's not on them. What upsets me is that somebody actually stated this in the chat and it was acknowledged. That's what upsets me. Will I go back there again and watch the streamer again? Yes, I will. If that streamer was to come up to me, and Mike, you can pass this message on to them if you're still here. If they were to come up to me and say, hey, could you help me to better understand what happened that day? And why? Wait, what? Okay. Brought it to their attention and said thank you for educating and the difference. See, because they didn't know. Okay. They did not know. Thank you, Mike. If that, you know who I'm talking about, if they would like to contact me and ask questions to help them better understand, tell them to please reach out. I'll be more than happy to sit and talk with them. More than happy to. So that it doesn't happen again. Believe me, I would be more than happy to sit down and talk with them. Matter of fact, that what you just said in the text makes me feel that just touched me, right? That touched me. Sorry. That kind of touched me a little bit. Not in a bad way, so don't worry, you're fine. But honestly, I will be more than happy to talk to them. So please let them know that if they would like to, they can reach out to me. Anyway, now that I made myself cry, that's another problem that I have is I'll cry at the drop of the hat. All right, cool. I can cry at the drop of the hat. That's how bad I am sometimes. Hang on, Mike. I'll open my Instagram for you, Mike. There we go. If that helps, or you can do it through my phone. That either way, it's all right. See, that's what makes me feel good right there. Is Mike Wheeler? He knows the person that I'm speaking of. He reached out to them and brought it to their attention, and they said, "Thank you for educating us." And what the difference is, because they didn't know. So that right there makes makes me love the person that is being discussed. That makes me care for them even more, because they admitted that they didn't understand the difference. They admitted it. Not many will. Not many will admit that they don't understand. So, if anybody here, anybody that's watching the stream now, that's watching watching this video now or in replay, if anyone has a question in regards to a service dog, therapy dog, support dog, or support animal, a therapy animal, or a service animal, feel free. Reach out to me and we'll talk. And we will talk. Wait. Oh, okay. I'm gonna reach out to that person myself. After seeing that, I'm gonna reach out to them myself. After reading that, I'm gonna reach out to that person myself now. There's no need for that person to apologize. There's no need at all. Thank you for educating me. I had never heard that term, support animal. Our apologies to your friend. No, they do not need to apologize. So I'm going to reach out to them myself. I'll send them an Instagram or something. Blah! I don't even know where I want to go. Okay. Knowing that this person honestly did not know the difference between the service animal, support animal, therapy animal, that right there, them admitting it, lets me know that the mistake was not theirs. The mistake was not theirs. And that makes me want to reach out to them even more so now than what I did before, and I'm going to. You're welcome, Ian. But on that note, I'm going to leave you all with this. Never live in fear. If you don't understand something, reach out to somebody and say, hey, what exactly is this? What exactly is that? Can you help explain it to me? Do Google search. Google search it. That's why there's the internet. Education. Wait, what? Yeah, I agree. Okay. See, right there. Okay. Wouldn't feel right correcting them because I did not know that there was a difference between the support animal and service animal. How would I have known how to correct them? Exactly. How would you have known? You wouldn't have known. If you don't know the difference between the three, how would you have known how to correct them? You can't. You can't correct them. I feel bad for the person that this involves. I feel bad for them because they didn't know and they didn't know how to address it. I feel bad for them. And it's not their fault at all. It's not their fault. So yeah, I'm gonna reach out to them later. Definitely gonna reach out. But if anybody here has a question about what the service animal, the difference is between a service animal, support animal, therapy animal. If you have a question, feel free to reach out to me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. My email's in there as well somewhere. Feel free to reach out to me if you have an idea. Like I said, if you have an idea of a topic you'd like to have me discuss, reach out to me. If you'd like to be a guest, reach out. It's not the person's fault. It's the person that initially made the Common's fault for not. Exactly. Exactly. Um, as I say it, as I'm still kind of learning the ropes of live streaming here, and I do apologize for my brain kind of being scattered today. One of these days I'll figure out a closing, but right now I really don't have one. Except for be kind to yourself, be kind to your heart, be kind to your mind, be kind to each other, love each other, and we'll catch you on the next one. Love y'all.